Wesco.
Tell me, Joe, what do you understand about endophytes?
Well, my opinion is there's some that are a lot better than others. The ARs don't seem to be lasting and hanging in there like you see often. The AR1s and AR37s don't tend to be as persistent as your NEA2s, SEA50 and your standard heritage endophyte, particularly for pests. Your AR37, I know that they've got to try to keep it chilled to preserve the endophyte levels. And same with the AR1, they've got to keep it in storage where they regulate the environment that it's stored in. So consequently, if you have it out of storage for any length of time, it pays to have the endophyte levels tested. Get an endophyte test no older than about 30 days. I also heard that endophytes don't multiply. I was talking to a chap at Lincoln and he said they don't multiply as rapidly when the temperature's below 12 degrees, which would give some indication that if you put your grass in and you get it to tiller while the temperature's under 12 degrees, you could be in a case where your tillers aren't protected by an endophyte, so consequently expose you to disease. No, I think the whole endophyte debate's definitely an interesting one. There's new endophytes coming on the horizon. I know that the whole with the endophytes, the chap at Lincoln was saying that they tend not to affect the roots and they don't send the endophyte out. The endophyte's above the ground, it's actually not below the ground. So I thought that was a very interesting thing, particularly when people are saying the endophyte, you've got it there to protect the plant from the bugs that happen under the ground. So it's definitely an interesting discussion, the whole endophyte thing. There's a lot of unknowns. I by no means know it all, but there's definitely a lot of questions that are unanswered, and I think it's a good time for the researchers and scientists to answer those questions.
So what would you say about production in the regards of different endophytes? How would they produce?
Just talking with farmers and getting the general feeling for their opinion, your endophytes, your AR1s and AR37s, there seems to be a question about palatability. Your NEA2 seems to have a bit better palatability. Of course, nil endophyte does have better palatability, but the ARs, the palatability doesn't seem to be as good. It'll be interesting to see what new developments they come out with in the future. Obviously the AR1 and AR37 are relatively new within reason, so